How's it going? Today I wanted to show you the car that I plan on using for the 2024 RC Drift Championship here in the USA. I'm going to try to hit as many rounds as I can here locally at Super G, and I wanted to dive in and show you kind of what I'm running. I made a couple upgrades since last season, and obviously a new body I'm be checking out, so we're going to be trying some new things. But let's dive on into a close-up shot of the chassis, and I'll start showing you guys what I'm working with this year and what we're going to be competing with. So if you're interested in that, join us. Like the video, subscribe to if you haven't yet. I'd appreciate it. And let's get on into it. So let's start with the shell that I'll be using, the body. This is a MST GR86 Rocket Bunny edition. I just built this all up, trying to get it all prepped. It's a little bit of a change from the body that I was running. The one I was running was a little bit longer and a little bit heavier, I believe. Let me slide this over here for a second. So this was my body I ran last year, if you guys remember, if any of you were watching. We got the good old 180. So this body is actually quite a bit longer, and my goal is to shorten it up this year, get a little bit more performance out of my car, and be able to keep up with some of the guys at the track. All right, so diving into my chassis, I am running a Rhino Racing Shark. It is almost fully a Shark. It's still got a couple Yokomo RD2, RD 1.0 parts on it, but we are almost converted fully to a Shark at this point. Got the front steering, recently upgraded and installed. We talk about electronics next. As far as the chassis, there's not too much else crazy going on. So my electronics up front, I'm running a RWD RSST servo. Along with that, I'm running a Yokomo V4 gyro. I've got a Futaba 4PM Plus radio that has been awesome. I'm running scale reflex batteries. Those have been working. Those are almost like, I think those are about a year old at this point. And they've been running really well for me still, so I'm gonna keep using them. And when we get up to the motor and ESC, I'm running the Hobbywing XD10 Pro and the D10 13.5 turn motor. I believe I'm running an 84-19 gearing setup. I also have a CLSD in the rear in the softest setup configuration it can be in. I think it's 4 soft springs or 4 gear soft springs, something like that. It's a little bit confusing. Wheels, I think these are Lab Industry wheels. As you can see, the magnet mounts that I'm using are the Gorilla magnet mounts. Those have been solid. Those are the original set I had in the beginning, and they've lasted for quite a bit. The shock package, I'm running a Yokomo SLF. I have upgraded seals and O-rings in that, which definitely made a big difference going that way. As you can see, this Shark actually has a direct drive steering system, which is pretty cool and is a little unique to, you know, a lot of cars are going to them, but this is kind of its own thing. That horn is directly mounted to the servo, and those are directly mounted to your knuckles over here. So this system works really well, allows you to get a lot of angle. This is up on the table, not sitting up. I'll get you an overhead shot in just a second to kind of show you, but yeah, everything about this car has just been really nice. I've been enjoying it. There are some quirks you got to learn when building something like this. And then if it doesn't drive right, it's probably not the car. It's probably something to tuning, something you got to learn and just figure out. So that's the biggest thing about the RC Drift, is just keep learning what you're doing. But yeah, so in the rear, the shock, I think what are the front springs? I don't know the front springs. They're whatever Super G recommended. They've got pretty good recommendations there. In the rear, I'm running Overdose springs, and they also have the little helper spring on there as well with the collar. Those made a big difference. Those made the car a lot more fun to drive. I don't know why. I remember when doing that upgrade, that was a big one. That was a really fun one to do. But yeah, as the rear end of the car still has the plastic Yokomo RD 1.0 parts on it. Again, SLF shocks, magnet mounts, Gorilla. Yeah, 13.5 motor. I would love to try a 10.5 at some point down the road. I think that'd be cool. I also want to start playing around with tuning this one a little bit, figuring out some new stuff with it. Other than that, that is pretty much the overview of my car. One more thing I do want to mention is that I'm running a Scale Reflex Hydra deck on my Rhino Racing Shark. That's a good upgrade too. It helped a lot with, gave me a little bit more control, could throw it around a little bit more, and that was a fun one. But I'm really excited to get into this season here in SoCal at Super G. They're my local track, and I'm excited to hang out, learn, and compete with everybody. So if you will be competing, then good luck. If you're not competing but you're thinking about it, tune in for this year's series that I'll be uploading. I'm going to try to get a bunch of good video of it and show everybody kind of how it goes. So maybe next year you'll be able to join us. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. It would help me out. Just show me that people are enjoying these videos. Drop a like too. That'd be great. And have a great day.